Namaste, angels. We're going to get right into the weekly reading since I didn't do it yesterday. I I don't know what's going on. I guess Mercury retrograde again. Um, I took my cards out to do this reading and I put them down somewhere. And I'm in my house. I'm in my room. I don't remember walking around too much. I literally can't find where I put the cards down at. So I grabbed my numerology deck and that's what I'm going to be using. I have the romance angels too. So maybe that's what I'm meant to do this week. Beginning with karmic completion at the bottom of the deck. So some sort of karmic situation may come to an end this week, which I'm sure many of us would be happy about. You know what just popped out before I even got a chance to do anything? 88, abundance. So this is going to be an abundant week. A lot of increase is coming in all kinds of different areas of our life. And at the whoa, at the bottom of the deck is another card of completion. Okay, this one's called, it's card number 9, completion. I like that. Okay, I'm going to put this abundance card back in, and we're going to try to get a card for today, Monday. Because again, I should have put this reading up over the weekend. Did not. As you can see, I cut and colored, or my stylist, Ramona, cut and colored my hair. It's pretty blonde in some areas. So I just got 2 cards. The bottom of the deck, we have patience. And for Monday, we have surrender and rebirth. So this is going to be kind of like an energy of like um something similar or likened to death with the surrender. Maybe not as serious as many of us think of death and consider the death card or the death energy. But surrender is about letting go, as is the death card. Okay, so just like, whoo, shake it off, let go and let God, as they say. Let the universe handle whatever is happening. You're not in control. Okay, we get reminded all the time that we're not in control. When we think that humans are control or are in control, or we as individuals are in control, something goes and happens that proves to us that no, you know, you're not even close to being in charge. And that's what I'm getting from these here. Like death, rebirth for me has like a very scorpionic energy. So this could be involving maybe also a fire sign, water sign, fire sign energy. Even this blue card has some of the orange in the middle, like the orange card that I was getting the fire energy from. So um, I just got something about like maybe for example, like Pluto is, conjunct the sun. I don't know that it is. So, I'm just making up. Like I just saw something of like fire and water, or those kind of rulers or elements coming together, converging this week. So I don't know where that might be happening, if at all. Are we still in Aries season? Maybe that has something to do with it. Because like Pluto, for example, is the ancient ruler I mean, Mars, for example, is the ancient ruler of the sign of Scorpio. Um, Maybe something's going on with Mars. I don't even know where Mars is located right now. Let's look at Tuesday. Okay. Tuesday, communication. Has there been some sort of communication you've been waiting for? It doesn't have to be romantic. It doesn't have to be level. Like I said, I do have romance angel cards here, so I can pull some of those also. But communication could be like, I'm waiting for a letter in the mail. I'm waiting to hear back if I got the job. I'm waiting to hear back, if my loan is approved, if I'm gonna be able to buy this car, or this house, or to go to school, to pay my tuition, waiting to hear about loan forgiveness, Joe Biden or something. Am I included in the 75 million people that just got loan forgiveness? And of course, it could be just communication, like, that we're thinking about, like waiting to hear from some sort of romantic interest or friend or something. That could be the case too. Oop, Wednesday. Patience is back. Patience is back. So we go from communication to patience. Maybe we do hear something, there is some sort of communication the day before, and we expect now that I've heard something, things are really going to get rolling. And then it's like, no, we still have to wait and be patient for more further. So, for example, if it does have to do with a job, maybe you're getting, yes, you made it to the second round of interviews. You don't necessarily have the job yet. So it's still like patience. Or, yes, it looks like your loan is going to go through, but you're not going to have the money today. We got to wait till next month or whatever. Your settlement is coming. You won the judgment, but we don't actually cut the check for another, 6 months or whatever the case is. And speaking of that, at the bottom of the deck, we have financial discipline. So patience and financial discipline coupled together. You can apply that as it resonates to you. Again, maybe you're waiting for some sort of money or something, and in the meantime, you gotta hold the what they call it, the belt strings a little bit, purse strings. Behind this financial discipline is spiritual career. So maybe you started a business, or you started working in something that you feel destined for, or that does have to do with spirituality, and it's you got to be patient. It's taking some time before this thing kicks off. In the meantime, you've got to be particularly disciplined. The money's not rolling in yet. It will. Be patient. Okay. The next card is karmic completion again. At the bottom of the deck, behind spiritual career and financial discipline. And behind that is teaching and learning. The next card's in reverse. It's domestic harmony. So I don't think that has anything to do with this message, but teaching and learning certainly could be tied to this spiritual career. Thursday, perseverance. If at first you don't succeed, try again. We're going to keep it pushing, even though, again, we maybe have to tighten up our belt, our belt. I don't know. Belt keeps wanting to come out, but I know that it's tighten up your purse strings. I don't know what this is about the belt. Um, it's like despite that, we keep going. Getting a lot of earth energy to the card is very green. You know, the Merkaba in the middle is green. The card on the outside is green. So very, very heavy earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Those are the workers. Those are the hard workers. Capricorn is said to be like the workhorse of the zodiac. So if anybody's going to persevere, it's going to be there. And then of course we got, um, we do have our very, not just stubborn, just determined. Determined is the word I'm looking for. Taurus. Okay, Taurus. They don't play around. And actually, Thursday, I believe Thursday is 420, which would be the first day of Taurus season or the last day of Aries season, depending upon, one's astrological calendar. Some people will say one thing, some people will say another. Like some people, for example, say that the last day of Gemini is 620. Don't tell my cousin Jackie that because her birthday is 621. If you tell her she's not a Gemini, I don't know what's gonna happen. That little she's only like 4'11", but you're gonna hear from her if you tell her she's not a Gemini. With that perseverance at the bottom of the deck, again, I have financial discipline. So this is really about working hard, getting things done. Um, Again, if you don't succeed, try again. We fall and we get up. All of that. Friday. What's that song? We fall down so we get up. That spiritual song. Friday, which will definitely be Taurus season. Two came out, and it's financial discipline again. So this heavy energy this week. Something going on with money. Um, and just like not going overboard. It's not saying don't do anything this week. Don't enjoy yourself. Don't live your life. Don't pay your bills. It's not saying any of that. Um, it's just saying maintain, a level of control. That's all. A level of discipline. Discipline. Well, yeah, like the card says, control over yourself. It's not control over situations and stuff like that. But control over yourself. The bottom of the deck, we have domestic harmony. So, like, if we do that, if we can maintain some balance, right? Go have fun, but not too much fun. Like, don't gamble away the rent. But if you want to, play some lotto, that's okay. It's like that sort of thing, and then that's going to maintain domestic harmony, peace in your home. There's and speaking of in your home, the other card that fell out is parenting here with this financial discipline. Somebody may have this weighing on their mind too, like they're having a baby, their family is growing. We started out with rebirth, so I'm also getting potentially birth or something, pregnancy, um, families. We talked about abundance. Maybe it's like a bundle, increase, pregnancy. Even if it's not literal pregnancy, you're birthing something, you're growing something, um, you're building something. Saturday, completion. So with those births and stuff, somebody, I'm getting this. Somebody could actually go into labor on Saturday. At the bottom of that, we have physical activity. That would definitely be a physical activity, don't you think? Going into labor. Again, if it's not literal, then you could, something that you've been working on is sort of like manifesting. I know it's weird for it to manifest over the weekend, but um, like you're seeing the fruits of that labor, even if it's not a literal labor on Saturday. Some of us. And for some, it could have something to do with exercise. Maybe you weigh in on Saturday and you've lost, the 10 pounds you were trying to get rid of or something like that. So behind physical activity, we have individuality. So this could be something, this is you. It's not necessarily a partnership. The next card is in reverse, but it's self-love. And before I saw that, I had already thought like preservation, self-love, something like that. So I think that's what that's coming from. And then that was Saturday. Sunday, my phone just lit up, I guess, for a confirmation about self-love, taking care of ourselves. Spiritual career again. For those of us who are not starting a spiritual career ourselves, we could be seeking somebody else, somebody that's in some sort of spiritual business. Maybe we're going to buy some stones, some jewelry. We're going to, get a massage. We're going, I don't know, to a tarot reader, to a psychic, um, some sort of spa, something like that. If we don't have, again, a spiritual career, we could be looking to somebody who's in a spiritual practice and a spiritual business to get some help from them. And again, everything is okay when done in moderation. That's fine. We're not telling you don't spend no money at all. Look, there's a card that's flipped over in in my hand, and it is love partnership. I just said I'm talking about individuals, not a partnership, but we got love partnership that mysteriously is was turned over, but in my hand. So weird. Um, yeah, so at the bottom of the deck we have moderation, and behind that is healing. There goes my phone again. Healing. So through again going to the spiritual practitioner, or maybe through our own spiritual practice and spiritual career, we're finding some sort of peace, balance, and a way to deal with things in moderation, not to overdo this, not to overdo that, but to, again, do a little bit of both. So, not to stay in the house. I posted like a meme earlier. I like staying in the house because every time I go outside, I spend $200, which is easily true, very easily true. But don't just stay in the house. It's what it's saying. It's like, again, everything in moderation. So not too much of controlling and protecting, but not too much of living it up either. Somewhere in the middle is going to be the healthy spot. And that was Sunday, right? So that's a week. Any further advice from here for the masculine? Let's see. Another card flipped over. Look, all the cards are facing one way, and there's one there that's flipped over. It is forgiveness. Should this be the masculine's card? It didn't actually come out. Maybe it should be for everybody. Forgiveness. We're going to learn to exercise some forgiveness this week. The bottom of the deck is environment. So maybe with the people around us, somebody in our from our like inner circle, um, maybe our closest relationships is going to need some sort of forgiveness. Or maybe we're going to need forgiveness from them or both. All right, the card that just popped out for the masculine is moderation. So again, balance. Um, don't overdo it. The bottom of the deck we have manifestation. So even when you're manifesting, again, there's moderation. You don't want to become obsessive about what it is you're trying to bring in because that's when it gets toxic. So even in terms of manifestation and focusing on something and so that you can bring it towards you, it's not to be done in an obsessive way. We look at it as if we already have it or it's on we believe it's on our way to us, that sort of faith, and then we release it into the universe, let the universe bring it to us, okay? So that's for that. And then for the feminine, spiritual partnership. This could be romantic, this could be platonic. It could be part of a spiritually based career, right? That we're working with somebody else. At the bottom of the deck, we have health. And it's these cards are the same colors, inverted. So the spiritual partnership or spiritual career could be something again that relates to health, again, maybe like massage, acupuncture, even working with stones, like healing stones, salt baths, sound baths. The behind health is spirituality. I took a picture earlier um in my car because there were all these sevens on my dashboard, like in this speedometer. Oh, not the speedometer, odometer. There was all these sevens, and then also it was 77 degrees, and it was 7:25, which is also so. This is meaning something for me with the spirituality, but the fact that spirituality and health are coming up together again in spiritual partnership also, and it's all this purple and orange. So purple and orange could be significant this week. If you are working with stones, maybe you want to work with stones that are those colors, like an amethyst, um, uh, citrine, maybe for the orange, or like Isis's stone, the blood. Well, mine, the kind that I have is called Blood of Isis. It's the one from specifically from the Red Sea, but carnelian is what I'm trying to think of. Maybe something like that. Let me look at the romance cards. We're beginning with romantic feelings in the bottom. I'm just going to go around for the different days. So starting with Monday, joining rebirth and surrender. Just pull one from the top if nothing comes out this time. Okay. True love. Maybe that's to what we're surrendering. And maybe that's what's being reborn. You could have had a relationship with somebody that didn't work out, whether that's recent, whether it's a long time ago, past. This person is your true love. Maybe there's something that is igniting with this person that is being reborn. Um, I just got something else. I didn't get it completely. It was weird. This had to do with somebody being deceased. I didn't get the whole message. Somebody's true love could be deceased, and maybe it's like the anniversary of their passing, or maybe they're coming to you, maybe they're telling you it's okay to move on, to be with somebody else. This is the romance of a lifetime. I don't know. I don't know what that was. Something being reborn. Maybe it's your, like your heart chakra, your ability to love. Um, After the loss of who you believe was your true love, or who you know was your true love. Maybe you didn't think you'd ever be able to love again, and you are. Now I'm getting they don't have to be deceased for you to feel like it could be that a relationship is dead or long dead, and you still thought, um, like I'd never love again after this. Oh, I got married, and that was my only chance, and I'm never gonna be able to find somebody now at this age. I'm a single mother, or whatever the case is. Um, but there's a rebirth of love, in you. If it's not the rebirth of an actual relationship, there's a rebirth of, a new beginning that's coming out from within. Very nice. At the bottom of the deck, getting to know each other. So maybe this is for some of us that actually meet somebody or do start something with somebody, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Bottom of the deck. Tuesday. Ooh, now that was a lot faster. Two cards came out this time. Joining communication. We have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. The person from whom you're receiving communication or to whom you're reaching out is somebody with whom you have strong chemistry, and maybe who you have some sort of past with, or you have a troubled past, and that's why you behave a certain way, or they do, and that's why they have a certain way, or both. This has to do with healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. You did have that card forgiveness to pop out or flip over by itself. And we also had parenting come out, and I thought that was, oh, the camera just stopped, but I'm still going. So we were on healing family issues and chemistry for Tuesday. The bottom of the deck, we have separation. So we could be healing the family issue by separating from someone or something, or by ending a separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon, but yeah, it doesn't have to necessarily be your partner. Wednesday. Wednesday, we have this very Sagittarian energy. You deserve love. You are lovable. And it joins patience, which is one of those orange cards from which I was getting the fiery energy. So again, maybe does have something to do with fire signs. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, not in that order. Aries is actually the first one, right? Um, and again, Aries season. Wednesday again would be either the last day of Aries season or the second to last day of Aries season. 419. So maybe that is significant. Um, I'm getting something. I hate when it doesn't come all the way in. You deserve love. You are lovable. Aries season. I don't know. The bottom of the deck, we have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the Thursday. Religious factors doesn't have to actually be religious factors, but that's the name of the card. For me, this could be any kind of belief system, ideology. It doesn't have to be just religious. But your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Yeah, that's for sure. Um, and sometimes it's very literal. Like some of us are religious and some of us are spiritual. So that could be the problem right there, right? Maybe your mate is religious and you're spiritual. Actually, I was watching a little while ago 90 Day Fiance, and there's this black girl on there. I don't know if she's an Afro Latino or if she does speak Spanish, but she speaks Spanish and her husband is Hispanic. I think they said he was Colombian. And he's pretty brown too. He may be an Afro Latino as well. Anyway, whatever. Um, his family is super Catholic, and she identifies as a witch. So, if you know anything about being Catholic or about being a witch, you know how problematic that could potentially be for them. But they're going to try to work it out. So there could be something like that. And maybe it does have to do with somebody's parents or family, having an influence over you and telling you, oh, it's not right for you to deal with, a person like this. Oh, it's not right for you to behave like that, or for you to be interested in such and such. And this is about moving past it because you deserve love. You're lovable. You have the right to, be with who you feel connected to. So whether that is a same-sex relationship or, a polyamorous relationship or a May December relationship, like older and younger, or, like whatever, one spiritual, one's religious, or whatever the case may be. Um, if that is what makes feels to have the potential for true love for you, um it should be explored. And at the bottom of the deck we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. I swear to God, I had no idea that was at the bottom of the deck. Thursday. Joining perseverance. Whoop. Past life relationship. You have known each other before, so this could be one of those very um challenging relationships because it is a past life relationship, a soul connection, and maybe that's why you got to persevere. You've been knocked down. Again, we fall down, we get up. You've been knocked down, you've been broken apart, torn apart, stopped, blocked. You get to move a little bit, then you fall back 2 steps forward, 10 steps back, all this kind of stuff. But there's a relationship that is meant to make it and to keep going. And maybe because it is your true love, like a genuine soulmate. So we're going to persevere. And that doesn't mean that we don't, take breaks and separate and let things go and try to stop taking control, or that we don't try to manifest and bring it toward us and call our soulmate in and all that, But again, moderation, I think we have to remember here. So that is joining past life relationship. At the bottom of the deck, we have children. Your love life is being affected by children. You may have had children together in this past life. You may have, you may be in love since you were kids, since you were children, you know, middle school, high school, young adults in college, sweetheart, or something like that. If it's a past relationship in this life too, in addition to being a past life relationship in your past life, you may not know this. Most of us will not know this for sure. Um, but you may have had children with this person, and that could be why you're coming back together with them. One of the reasons. Anyway, your love life is being affected by children. There's also children on the card behind that, and it's not children on all the cards because here's a card with some adults on it. But the card behind children is make the effort again. So I think that's the message, and it has these two kids on it. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Wow. The one that I showed you with the adults is engagement. That could be the step somebody's guided to take. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So not necessarily engagement, and getting married or whatever, but a higher level of commitment. That could be the steps you're guided to take a relationship to the next level. And that would make sense with perseverance, right? We're gonna keep trying, we're gonna keep going, we're gonna build. I just heard that song, Ain't No Stopping Us Now. We're on the move, you know? Oh man, there's been so many things that's held us down. But now it looks like things are finally coming around. I know we've got a long, long way to go, and where we'll end up, I don't know. But we won't let nothing hold us back. We're putting ourselves together. We're gonna tighten up our act. Maybe that's why I was getting up the belt, tightening up something. I don't know. If you've ever been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore. Don't you let nothing, nothing stand in your way. I want you to listen to every word I say. So that was for somebody, maybe a few somebodies. If you're guided to move, move. It's time. Friday. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Two cards came out. The first one was deception. What is this paired with? Financial discipline and parenting. Somebody could be lying about a situation, maybe something having to do with child support, maybe paternity, um, maybe using your kid's credit, running up getting credit in your kid's name or in your mama's name, vice versa. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. And also, let go of control issues, which I talked about earlier, and allow the situation to unfold naturally. So something is attempting to play out, let it play out. The bottom of the deck, we have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So, I mean, doesn't have to be horrible that someone is wearing um a mask. I mean, yes, we want people to show us their true selves, but I just got like a more innocent version of that. Like, you know, somebody's showing you not they're just hesitant because it's like they're shy, they don't know what you're going to think about them or whatever, and maybe because it's not your usual type and not the usual way you're used to doing things. And so we are guided to keep an open mind. All right. Behind that, again, we have it's safe for you to love, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Behind that is soulmate. Yes, this is a soulmate. And then we have worth waiting for, divine timing is at work in your love life with these angels. And then romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Again, coming around. The next card's in reverse. It's new love. So that was all about a past love and or past life relationship. So probably not a brand new love for that particular day. What was that? Friday. All right. I pulled out a whole bunch. Let's shuffle these real quick. I didn't mean to pick them up from every day. Lord have mercy. The bottom of the deck now, I got calling in your soulmate. It's still there. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. All right. Saturday, right? Flipped but didn't come out. Free yourself. Here it is. There's two of them. Okay, at the bottom of the deck. Healing family issues again. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And the two cards that came out, worth waiting for, divine timing is at work in your love life, and new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So I do think that this could be a brand new person, or this could be like this. Remember, like the person with the mask. Like if they take their mask off, now they're like a new person. It's the real them that you're not used to because they weren't showing their full self or their actual self or their whole self before, and now they are. Maybe because your relationship or love life is ascending, they feel like you're moving into a deeper level of commitment or, more meaningful connection or relationship. Now I feel more comfortable showing you who I am. Could be something like that. Last but not least, we have Sunday. Let's see what's up for Sunday. New love again. New love again. With this could be the one on the bottom of the deck. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Very nice. Any advice for the masculine to go with his moderation? Chemistry with make the effort at the bottom of the deck. Did those two cards come out together with this before? I done shuffled, I done pulled out a whole bunch of cards, put them back in the deck. I think these are the same two cards that came out before. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. You guys can let me know. But make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So do that because you do feel this chemistry with this person. Don't let it pass you by. You know, we're here one time for a short while, very short while. Human lifespan, really not all that long at all. Like you're a child and you don't get to do anything, you don't have any rights of your own yet, and then all of a sudden you're legal and you get thrust out into the world and you got to work, and then next thing you know you have kids, and then you're middle aged or you're getting up there, you're 40s, 50s, 60s, and then there's only like 10, 20 years left, and then you're out of here. Very, so I don't feel like we're meant to just like work it away or spend it unhappy and worry about, other people's feelings. I mean, yes, we got to be considerate. I'm not saying be an asshole. Um, but like, for example, when we stay in these relationships that we're not meant to be in, like, who is that for? You don't want to hurt somebody else's feelings, so you're willing to literally sacrifice, a quarter of your life, a third of your life, half of your life. Like, think about it like that. How valuable and precious it should be to you, your life. It's not when you go, you're not taking them with you. We come in here and we go out of here, on our own. So they got to make themselves happy, and you got to make yourself happy. We can't spend our lives worrying about how the people feel. And I've come to the point in my life, I believe this so strongly that even people that I know I'm gonna, love to the day I'm not here anymore, and thereafter, I can't let them keep me from living. You know, if we're not on the same page and you're not interested in living right now while I'm interested in living, or living in the same way and doing the same stuff and spending it together and all that, sayonara. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't get that time back. If you want to waste yours, that's on you. Everybody has free will, but I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to do that. I'm here for a good time. Um, because not only that, like, is it about um enjoying yourself, making the memories, maybe making a mark on the world, leaving a mark on the world to the people. Because otherwise, after like, a few years too, and when I say a few, I don't really mean three. I mean, maybe 10, 20 years. Um, you're forgotten also because the other people that you leave behind, eventually they pass away too. And then there's nobody who even knew you were ever here. So don't you want it to really have meaning, that the fact that you existed on this planet? So just something to think about, maybe. Um, that was the masculine's advice that took me on a tangent. And for the feminine, we have wedding. So maybe we should be thinking about: do you want to get married? Do you want to get married again if you've been married before? Um, maybe you are currently married and you don't feel like being married anymore and you want to divorce. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I am. Maybe because at the bottom of the deck there's some issue. It's saying the bottom of the deck there's healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Um, you could be repeating like your parents' lives and or mistakes. Maybe you learned to behave a certain way because of your parents, and it's not conducive to your growth. It's not working for you. For some, that we could be thinking about marriage or even getting married. Like I said, I felt something about giving birth before, um, and engagement and all that came up. This could be a week. You know what? 420. People like to do stuff. It's weed day, right? National like marijuana day. 420. Um, I don't know. Maybe that's the day that people are gonna want to get married too. Whatever the case is, this situation involves marriage, and that's what I have for you this week. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please do like, share, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate it, and I'm probably gonna try to come back early, um, or at least record early. Maybe I won't upload it until Sunday or something, or post it until Sunday or something like that. Um, but I'm gonna be busy next weekend, so I think I'm gonna try to get it up to you sooner than that. Anyway, I will be back. Namaste.